Welcome to Vintage Bricks. James, your host here. We love the Forestmen from the 80s, and I'm going to do, as a bonus at the end of the video, an alternate build windmill. Hope you find that interesting, and come on in. Today we are going back to the 1980s for that classic Forestman look. 1987 is when the Forestman came onto the scene. Remember, a couple years before that, in '84, we had the Lionites, also known as the Crusaders, and the Black Falcons. They came in and had those big gray castles, and they were awesome sets, and they kept adding little things to it. But this is a real nice foil to those early sets, the Forestmen, and they're pretty much beloved today. This little set was one of the original ones that came out, and it's a kind of a makeshift, I guess is like a rock formation, tree coming out of it. And these sets, they didn't skimp on minifigures. There's 6 of these Forestmen minifigures. Look at the yellow guy here closely. You'll see he has a money pouch at his belt, so he's the leader, and I would probably call him the leader of the merry men, Robin Hood. And then we had a couple of the blue guys. The rest have the bows and arrows and the different plume colors. And you'll see the torsos, like the black guy has black arms, black torso. The blue guy has blue arms, then a blue torso with the blue feather. So they're very color coordinated. And we have the red and red. So they did a great job doing that. Now, what makes this cool is that the outpost, I can get this to work here, outpost, it opens here. And inside, we have the treasure chest. And the treasure chest had the gold. This one had some yellow goblets. So that's where they could store that. And then these sets, like the earlier sets from the Lionite sets, they had the hinges where they could swing out. I think those originally started with the famous Yellow Castle set from 1978 to 80 here. So it swings open here, and really it's pretty dramatic look to the thing to our set. When you spin it around, it has a nice, you could put this kind of up against the rock face, that's probably where it was. And they were jolly guys. Look at these smiles on their faces. So they were a nice cohesive group. They ended up having 7 sets of the Forestmen. Then they came in the 1990s with the Dark Forest sets. They didn't have the smiley faces, of course. And then that new set they just came out with. So the Forestmen certainly live on, but these earlier sets were, I think we would think of these as the classic Lego. I am going to do something special. I'm going to build, on the back of the box here, they have a windmill. And obviously the Forestmen need a windmill so they can, watch TV and stuff in the forest. So let's give this a go. Well, let's take apart our set to get some pieces here. I went to backoftheboxbuilds.com. You'll see that in the notes for some starting directions. I had to modify those a little bit to actually get it to work, but it is a great place to start here. So I get the base down and put a few pieces down to kind of outline. There's really these 4 main legs. You can see I got all 4 of them there. And then you put the castle wall pieces there, and you kind of have the basic, almost looks like a moon landing thing there, doesn't it? Make a base here, and just build that up a little bit. And now I'm going to create the windmill part with some of the leftover 1x1s and 1x2s. And this part is actually, pretty straightforward. Put these together. Okay. Now, when I try to put this on, I can get the snap into my connector here. But, this is where the problem. You try to spin it, and, I'm hitting the leg. So, okay, I had to do some modifications here, extending the connector here. And a little trial and error. And you guys will be able to figure this out. You just kind of want to move it out a couple more blocks that I initially did, and then with the directions I had showed. And I'll put it on. Let's see if it spins. And okay. So here we have our windmill. Oh man, those the Forestmen are so proud of themselves. Good going, guys. Hope you've enjoyed vintage bricks today and you feel inspired to try some of these alternate builds yourselves.